So I kind of want to start to record my bike build videos. So right now I have this frame, which is a titanium, and it's a titanium frame from Aussie Cycle Works. I got off eBay, and so I'm gonna go through the parts and I'm gonna assemble it. These are the parts I'm gonna put on it. So I got a GRX derailleur. I got some King Creek E brakes, Dura-Ace ST 9001 shifters. I think that's the best Dura-Ace group set that they've made. And then I have an Ultegra cassette. I think it's a 34 tooth. Um, but yeah, these are the parts I'm gonna put on the bike. And then I have these super cool Super Team tri-spoke wheels. Technically, they're triathlon wheels, um, but this bike is only ever going to be ridden pretty much indoors or on flat ground. And then this bottom bracket and crankset, I have a bit of an issue here. So this is a 68 millimeter bottom bracket, and this is a gravel crankset, which is generally used with 73 millimeter bottom brackets. So I had to put kind of a sketchy carbon spacer there and on this side too as well, just so that it didn't have any play. Don't really love it, so I think I'm going to change this up to a 2x11 setup rather than a 1x11. And then I got these Toseek integrated handlebars that are pretty sick, not gonna lie. Has some cool forged pattern on it. I'm not gonna obviously run it internal, but this is pretty much, I'm just gonna go in here and come out there and then connect to the normal grommet holes. But yeah, this is kind of the bike I'm gonna be doing. I have a whiskey fork on here. It's pretty nice. It's a tapered fork, so it goes to 1.5 inches at the bottom. And then I still don't have the correct seat post or saddle yet. Those are still coming. Got it all set up and shifting. For the rear shifting, I fed it to the left side because I like when the cables go this way and then feed onto the other side. And then I like when this one goes this way and feeds into the other one. And so this goes here, comes out the bottom right there, comes back out, goes out here, and then connects. And I like it that way. I also off camera did insulation to keep it from vibrating, and I did that for the top tube as well, for the brake cable. It's kind of hard to do though because these tubes aren't meant for that really, because there's really tight spaces, so I had to actually feed it through the head tube and then bring the cable back and then feed it back out. Top tube was a lot easier for that because there's a bigger hole here. This is a tiny hole inside. By the way, on Aliexpress, this OG Evkin tape is the best tape I've ever used. I've used Supercaz. Supercaz is crap. I honestly do not like it. This is like nice and sticky and grippy. Very flexible. You can stretch it around and stuff really easily. And it's like $10. Super cheap. So I really love the OG Evkin tape. Let me tell you a tip for when you're setting up your indexing for your rig derailleur. So what you want to do is you want to put the chain on first before you tighten the cable, and you want to set this limit screw first because that's going to be like the lowest point you want it to go. And then after you set that, you want to tighten the cable. And so adjust the lower limit screw first. I know it sounds stupid, but the amount of times that people do that, where they tighten this first and then lower it, it doesn't make any sense.